Thinking about solo traveling but you don't know where to start? In this video, I'm going to show you how to plan the perfect trip, stay safe, stick to your budget, and of course, why solo traveling is going to be the best decision that you're going to make in your life. I know I share a lot of content when it comes to traveling, and you can probably imagine that most of the time I am actually alone. Most of my travels are actually solo travels. And that's just the way I love it. Yes, I do enjoy having trips with friends and my partner. However, solo travel is my best and favorite way of traveling. So why is solo traveling so important and transformative? Well, first of all, I understand that solo traveling, if you've never done it before, can be quite intimidating. But once you actually decide to do, you'll find out that it's the most empowering thing that you're going to do for yourself. Here's why. Freedom like never before. Solo traveling gives you complete control. There is no waiting for someone or accommodating someone else. You get to decide when to do things, when to rest, when to relax, and when to explore, what to do and when to do it. So you decide to do everything on your own terms. Self-discovery. When you're out in the world on your own, you find out and discover so much about yourself. It's a journey of self-discovering solo traveling. You start noticing your strengths, your powers, your limits as well, and you start to learn how to overcome your own fears. Just think about the confidence you will build by navigating a foreign city by yourself or making new friends abroad. Nothing is as empowering as finding out how far your boundaries can actually reach. And believe me, once you try, you will find out that they're much more vast than you would have ever imagined. Building resilience. Every challenge, every issue you meet and you conquer, you get to become a stronger version of yourself. And there's nothing more empowering than that, I think. There is no safety net or family that can back you up in case of an emergency or a problem arises. Missed your bus, lost your way, you'll figure it out, I promise. First of all, you can always ask the locals. They're always, most of the time, welcoming tourists and helping them. There's no problem. You'll find that you can actually solve way more problems for yourself than you would have never imagined. These moments really teach you how strong and adaptable you can actually be. So many times in my solo travel trips, I had to solve small problems. I once got hurt and had to go to the hospital in China because I was climbing a tree. And another time I had my phone stolen. And all those small issues that we feel like maybe like mountains, just imagining about them. Well, guess what? Once you're in the situation, you become the best problem solver. You find out that you can do so many things when it comes to solving your own problems, but also that you're always surrounded by other people, locals, people that you meet and connection that you make while on the way, and friends that you make over there. All those people can also help you solve these problems. So don't forget that the safety net you get once you move to a new place and you travel solo is going to be so much stronger than you would ever expect. Connection on a deeper level. Traveling solo doesn't mean you're going to be always alone. People are actually more inclined to approach people when they are solo travelers. Why? Well, because when you're in a group or when you are in a partner, you're kind of in your bubble. People don't really want to disturb you as they see you're already busy with someone else and having fun. However, when you're traveling solo, they're more inclined to approach you, especially if you travel and you stay in hostel. You will find way more people that are traveling solo like yourself, and you'll make lots of friends, lots of new connections, whether it's with foreign people, but also with locals. So solo traveling doesn't just save you the budget, but it also helps to make new connections and new relationships. And these connections are going to be even more memorable and more valuable because they have a shared experience together. You've been in that place, you've lived the life together, maybe just for a few hours or a few days. These kind of connections actually stay a lifetime. Breaking out of your comfort zone. Let's be honest, comfort zones are very nice, but honestly, nothing ever grows there. Solo travel pushes you to try things that you might never have considered. Whether it's dining alone, or join a group activity, or try new things. I can tell you a story about myself. I am extremely scared of deep waters. I was once solo traveling in south of Italy, in Calabria, around Capo Vaticano. And I was doing a cruise along the Costa dell'Idee, which is a beautiful coast that sees beautiful places like Tropea. And there they asked us to jump in the water and do some snorkeling. I was so scared. However, the water was just so clean and clear. And I was like, this is it. This is the time. I have to try. I must try it. I am able to swim. I think that's very important to say. I'm just so scared of deep waters. So I tried. I jumped and I never wanted to get back on the cruise again. It was such an amazing experience. Yes, of course, it's not like I swam so far. I just stayed around the boat where I felt more safe, but I did try. So nothing is as empowering as actually stepping out of your comfort zone and doing it on your own terms and doing it for yourself. So how do you plan a solo trip without all the stress? Well, here is my step-by-step guide. Pick the right destination. Start with places known to be travel-friendly and very safe. Southeast Asia is a great option for budget traveling, while Europe is the best choice for the first-timers. Budget smart. Break your cost into flights, accommodations, and activities and food. Look for affordable options like hostels, volunteering opportunities, or couchsurfing. I have volunteer traveled so many times by now, and you can't imagine how many more things you can actually do while you volunteer while traveling. First of all, you get to build very meaningful relationships with the people you work with the locals, and that's such a great thing to do when you travel, especially in the long term. Is of course the best way to save on the budget, because when you volunteer, usually you get free food or free accommodation, or sometimes even both. Also, you get to volunteer to places that sometimes can be a little bit more expensive. I volunteered in places like Japan, saving so much from the budget. Every time I volunteered, I traveled with World Packers. Is a online website and platform where you can find all kinds of traveling opportunities and volunteering opportunities depending on your taste, on your destination. So if you're interested, I've got a discount code in the description box down below that will save you $10 off your annual membership. And that's just a great way to kickstart your adventure. And if you want to find out how it feels like to travel with a volunteering program in a place like Japan, so budget traveling in Japan, yes, it's actually possible. I've got a video over here about my experience visiting Yamanashi province for a whole month during my trip to Japan. Use apps like Skyscanner to find cheap flights, or Agoda for activities, or of course Booking if you want to save on the accommodation if you don't want to travel volunteering. But also couchsurfing, B&Bs, and of course hostels are always a great idea as well. And when it comes to must-have apps and tips for traveling to places like China, where apps are really important, and tips as well, honestly, I have a whole video over here that you can check out. It's full of tips and apps that will help you make your life there so much easier. Stay flexible. Research your must-see spots, but leave room to the unexpected. You will want to be flexible and see what your adventures lead you to. Now let's keep it real. Safety is the most important thing, especially when you travel solo. So here are my tips for safe travels. Keep someone in the loop. Share your itinerary with a friend or a family member and keep them updated about your movements and about your activities. Research local customs. Knowing the do's and don'ts of a culture and a country can really help you avoid problems and stay respectful. If a country requires certain dress codes, especially in certain areas or certain places, for example, temples or churches, is a nice thing to know that in advance so that you can enjoy the place and be respectful of the culture at the same time. Listen to your gut. If a situation feels sketchy to you, then it probably is. Follow your gut and just leave if you don't feel comfortable. Your instincts are really your superpowers. Pack safety tools and first aid kits. Depending, of course, on the type of travel you're going for, I suggest bringing with you a door lock for safety, an emergency whistle if that's what you need, maybe you're outdoor. And of course, a safety kit is always a good idea with some band-aids and emergency medicines from your own country. We always feel a little bit more comfortable using medicines when we need it from our own countries. Get insured. Travel insurance is a must, and think about it as your safety net in case of any emergency. I've got a whole video over here about travel insurance that can help you pick the best one for your travels. Solo travel, it truly isn't just about the places you visit. It's the person you become along the way, along the journey. You discover when solo traveling so much about yourself. The empowering feeling that you get when you get the time to spend by yourself, to think for yourself, for what you truly want to do, without anyone leading the way, telling you what to do, but also without having anyone that can save you in case of an emergency or if a problem arises. Nothing is more empowering than realizing how much strong we can be, how much vast and wider than we would have ever imagined our barriers and our borders can be. You can think bigger, connect with more people, learn more about the world, especially if you travel solo. It's a kind of meditation, I think. At least that's how it feels to me. So whether it's about snorkeling on a tropical island, or if it's getting lost in a souk in Morocco, and when you get to explore and discover these little corners of the world all by yourself, is an experience that will change your life forever. Solo travel is all about making memories and experiences that are yours and yours alone. I feel so much in power and in possess of myself, my decision making, what I get to do, the people I start to get to meet once I'm solo that I know I would have never had the possibility if I'm traveling, for example, with a partner. Don't be scared to try things. Go out there, discover the world, find out what you truly like. Try everything. That's probably my best suggestion. Try everything you feel like doing. Try everything you feel like you're interested to. For me, life is all about building memories, and nothing builds great memories that one day can become stories to tell. To me, the budget is all about extending the length of my stay and the activities I can do. I do not care about luxurious accommodations or spending a lot of money on food or objects. For me, solo traveling is all about collecting memories, experiences, meeting new people, new culture, learning more about the world, because it's such a beautiful place, it would be a waste not to explore it. So what's your dream solo destination? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you've traveled solo before and you have other tips that I missed out to share, I'd love to hear them. If you've enjoyed this video, please give him a thumb up because that truly supports me. Share it with other people that are ready to travel solo on their own, and subscribe for more travel videos like this. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay safe, happy travels, and I'll see you in our next adventure. Bye!